Lofty, intolerant rhetoric from protesters erupting on Thursday at Claremont McKenna College in California, as Heather McDonald, an expert on policing, was set to hold a lecture on the war on cops. Police had to shut down the event before she could even finish speaking.
Heather is the author of The War on Cops, How the New Attack on Law and Order Makes Everyone Less Safe, and she joins us right now. Good to have you here. Unfortunately, under these circumstances, what happened?
Well, it was another outbreak of student totalitarianism. It was announced on Facebook 2 days before that they were going to shut me down. They called me the white supremacist, racist, fascist Heather McDonald. And they basically succeeded in doing so. They surrounded the building where I was supposed to speak, prevented any students from entering. So the real issue is not only are they shutting me down, but they are using brute force to prevent other people from hearing a point of view that is basically not allowed on campuses.
What was your point of view? What was so outrageous that they shut you down?
Right. My outrageous point of view is that there is no government agency more dedicated to the proposition that Black Lives Matter than the police, and that the police have saved tens of thousands of minority males over the last 2 decades thanks to constitutional proactive policing.
And that sounds like a very, what was it, fascist, nationalist?
White supremacist, nationalist.
Of course. And so your idea is that our cops protect people, white or black, it doesn't matter. Did you have a chance to interact with any protesters? What would you say to them if you did?
I would say go to the inner city and talk to the law-abiding residents there who are desperate for police protection. The police are there at the behest of the good law-abiding people there. These kids have no experience of gun violence. What I said to them in the beginning was, I hope that you protested when 5-year-old Aaron Shannon Jr. was gunned down in his Spider-Man costume in South Central LA on Halloween by a Kitchen Crips gangbanger. Did you protest that Black Lives Matter then, or when Tyshawn Lee was lured into an alley in Chicago, 9-year-old boy with the promise of candy, and assassinated in cold blood by a gangbanger? They're clueless about the degree of dysfunction. But apart from the substantive matter of my message, this is time for the faculty to wake up. We are graduating a bunch of neo-totalitarianism, and they're going to take control of power. And they are
shut other people down.
Firmly convinced that a certain point of view is a form of violence, and that they are therefore entitled to use violence to shut it down.
In the face of facts.
In the face of facts, right. They always say to me, where do you get your facts? My answer is the Bureau of Justice Statistics, the nation's premier data gathering agency, and the Justice Department. But they have been, the discussion about inner city crime has been so taboo that these kids actually don't know it. And for that I blame the faculty, because their view of the unacceptability of free speech and their own victimhood comes from the faculty.
Well, Heather, we hear your message this morning, and our audience hears your message, and we're grateful that you came here to
I hope parents do as well. Thank you.
The book is The War on Cops. Heather, thanks for joining us this morning.